What's up, YouTube? We have the Nova back in the shop today. Well, you can see it. Let me tell you why. So, the Nova makes a ridiculous amount of power. And so we did the 4-link, we did the subframe connectors, we did a bunch to this car. And it's got enough that it's buckling the rear quarter a little bit. Let me flip this around and I'll show you. So if you look right there, maybe if I move this around, it'll show a little bit. You can see where it's put that wrinkle in that quarter. It hasn't started doing it on this side yet. This side's still nice and straight. But on this side, it's starting to wrinkle it right there. So after talking to church boys, this doesn't happen all the time, but if you're overpowered, there's a chance that you'll have the same problem. The fix for this, there's a couple different fixes. You can put a cage in it, run some kickers to the back, tie everything together, solves the problem. This is more of a daily, just a fun car. He doesn't want a cage in it, he doesn't want to trip over door bars and everything else. So there's another fix, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do today. So I'll spin this around again. I'll show you what we're going to do, how to take care of this problem if it's something that you run into, and let's get going. So here's our trunk. It's a little dirty, no carpet or anything in it. Our subframe runs right here, all the way back. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a weld plate right here to tie in the subframe, and then we're going to do a tube. We're going to do a bar from here to right here somewhere. I haven't decided if I want to do it in here or if I want to do it out here. More than likely, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it out here to leave some room to get these panels in and out. So we'll run from right there right back to the top of the subframe there. And what that's going to do is, remember, this was a leaf spring car before. So those leaf springs actually somewhat helped support, well, it didn't support the car, but it spread the load more evenly across the back of the car. So now we're 4-link, remember our 4-link, our shocks are up in there, all of our 4-links directly underneath it. Now that loads from there forward. We did plate the frame back to here-ish, if I remember right. I haven't been under this yet, so if my memory's failing me, then it's because I'm old. So all this is going to do is it's going to tie the back of the car back in and hopefully help distribute the load a little better so that we can eliminate this. Maybe we can tighten or loosen the bar and get that fender to work out a little bit better. Worst case, it is what it is at this point, and that'll just keep it from getting any worse. So what we've got is just some 1/2-inch rod ends with weld-in bungs, the right and the left. And where did I put it? I think it's over here. Maybe it's not over here. Still haven't cleaned my bench, guys. One of these days. Probably not, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Anyway, somewhere around here, I don't remember where. I'll have to do some digging. There's some 1-inch 065 wall D1 tube. And that's what we'll use to build those struts, and it'll be a pretty simple ordeal. I'll probably just build one more tab on there to make that a double shear tab. We'll do a weld plate here. Probably do a double shear tab on this end as well, and that should help carry this whole structure all the way through. And then we'll let him go hot rod it, report back. If it doesn't, then we're to the point that it's going to have to get a cage. So I'm going to find that tube, start cutting everything, pulling some measurements. We'll cut some stuff out and we'll get this banged out. Okay. Can't remember if we went over doing links before, so we'll just briefly touch over it. Don't forget to subtract for some adjustment. Put some adjustment in your heims. Make sure you subtract for your bung. Measure out what you're going to do. And for this, we're going to do 28 center to center. So I've measured from this edge here to this edge here. So this side of that hole, this side of that hole. If you measure edge to edge, it tends to be more accurate than trying to guess center to center. So we got it set there. We got a mark, and this will be pretty simple. We'll drill a hole in here, probably between 1/4 and 3/8. Maybe we'll go 5/16 just for fun. We'll drill a hole right here on the shank of that on both ends. That way we can get a plug weld in, plus our weld around the circumference of this, and that'll be plenty. So I'm gonna get this cut, pop a couple holes, we'll weld this together, get our tubes built, painted, and then we'll move on to brackets. Okay guys, we're back. I got the bottom brackets made. They just need welded in. I'm just searching for a location. I think that I have the upper bracket figured out. I've been digging through the forums, and this is a pretty common problem. So this seems to be the best solution. I'll spin you around, show you what I'm gonna do. I didn't really like the examples online, and I think this will be a little cleaner while hopefully accomplishing the same thing. So let me show you what I got. Hopefully this works. And I guess if you don't see another video after this, it worked. If you see another video, then we'll find a different way to fix it. So let me spin you around and show you what we're gonna do. Okay, we got our double shear mount here on this plate that'll weld down. This plate just spreads the load so that the sheet metal will hold it and handle it. Up here, the example I saw in the forum, the guy came up here and he mounted to the original, if you remember, this came out and then down, but we got rid of that so that we could kind of clean everything up and make these match. He mounted right in here somewhere with a kind of a funky bracket. So I did this. I made this to fit our wheel tub, and where it's right on that arc, that's going to be the strongest point of our tub. So I shouldn't need to do, well, there's enough area there that I shouldn't need to do a plate underneath it. This hole is going to transfer through and catch right in the bottom of this, so it's still double shear on this end too. I'll just have to put a spacer in to kick this arm out to clear this mess on here. But just so you get a good idea of what we're doing, because if this works, it looks like it's a problem with every 4-link kit for these Novas. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna locate the front first, get it welded in. And then I'll get this back welded in, and we'll crank that down, take some weight back off this, and see if we can't get that wrinkle. Hopefully we can get it to come out. We'll do this on both sides. We're not just doing that one. So it'll be mirrored on this side. So I'm gonna get this all taken care of. We'll come back. I'll show you what it looks like all finished up. I'll report to you on if it helps straighten that, or if we're just too far gone and that's just gonna be like that. I don't know. We'll see. We're in this together at this point, so I'm gonna get to doing a thing. I'm gonna, put a hole, weld some stuff, make a mess, and hopefully try and make it look like it's not cobbed. So back in a minute. Okay, here we are all finished up. This is welded all around, mounted. Get up in here, that's welded to the tub. I don't know how well you can see it. Same on this side. And welded down on the bottom. So I'm gonna pull those arms out now I wanted to show you this before I painted because it seems like this all disappears when the paint's on. So I'll pull this all apart now, get it all painted, throw it back together, and we'll start cranking on them. See if we can pull that out with some adjustment. So I'll check back with you in a minute. Okay, you guys, here we go. I pretty much got this done last night. I just didn't have the right size bolt for that. So I went and grabbed those this morning, got them slapped in. Brackets are all done, painted, everything's in. Since the leaf spring would have been putting upward pressure on the rear end, I tightened those. That way? I don't know. I made it tighter. I shortened that distance, both sides. Once I brought it out in the light this morning, I noticed that it had a very slight wrinkle coming in here. And tightening that seems to have taken that away. That one seems okay. The other side, this wrinkle's really bad out here in the light. You can see it pretty, like it's pretty bad. It seems like it helped it a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I'm gonna say it helped it a little bit. It's at the point that maybe if you reached in, got behind that panel and pushed out, it might pop and stay. Maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I'm behind right now, so I got a lot I got to do. I'll see if I have time to do that. That won't be in the video. Maybe I'll post up in the comments if I get a chance to do that and let you know. But there you go. Trunk struts, trunk links, trunk bars, whatever you want to call them, to help with the buckle. They're in. From what I can tell, it seems like they're serving their purpose. I was actually quite surprised with how much it moved. So it picked the ass end up quite a bit. So if nothing else, hopefully it keeps everything from getting worse. If it just keeps everything from getting worse, I'd say that it's worth doing. If it doesn't, I'm gonna ditch these and we'll go to a cage after this. Just that way we can be sure. But that's gonna be it for this video. So like, subscribe, click the little the noisy thing, the little bell down this corner, one of the corners, I don't know. And that way when I get doing new stuff, you'll be the first to know about it. So that's it for this one. So till next time, we'll see you guys.